everyone. Let's begin by imagining something together. I want you to close your eyes for a moment, not to sleep, but to see with your mind's eye. Picture a tiger, a magnificent, powerful creature with stripes that serve as perfect camouflage. Imagine its sleek form, its strength, the silent way it moves. Now, I want you to imagine coming face to face with this tiger. Your first instinct might be fear, and rightly so. Are you fast enough to outrun it? Probably not. Strong enough to wrestle it? Almost certainly not. So, what do you do? I ask you to consider this, not because I want you to fear a tiger, but because I want you to think about the challenges we face as humans. Challenges that require more than brute strength or speed. Challenges that demand creative thinking. You see, humans have survived for millions of years, not because we were the strongest, fastest, or most dangerous species on Earth. We survived because of our ability to imagine, to think differently, and to innovate. This is the essence of creative leadership, the ability to see opportunities clearly. It is the ability to solve problems effectively. It is the ability to turn weaknesses into strengths. Today, in our rapidly changing world, this skill is more critical than ever. Let's talk about conformity. Psychological research from the 1950s and 1960s shows that humans have a strong tendency to conform. We often do what others do. We follow what others think is correct. We avoid deviating from the group. Conformity has an evolutionary advantage. It allows us to collaborate, learn from others, and develop shared culture. Imagine trying to take down a mammoth alone versus with a team. Conformity allows us to work together effectively. But here's the catch. If we only conform, we stop growing. We never try new things. We never innovate. And in leadership, stagnation can be fatal. Think about an ordinary scenario in a meeting. Someone suggests a new idea. Almost immediately, you hear responses like, "That won't work," or "We've tried that before." And just like that, creativity is drained from the room. The team conforms to the familiar, the safe, the known. As leaders, if we allow this pattern to dominate, we stifle innovation. We limit growth. We miss opportunities to create change. Now, let's step back in time to understand the roots of creativity. Humans didn't suddenly become creative yesterday. Our ancestors were already thinking differently millions of years ago. Around 2.5 million years ago, Homo habilis invented the flake tool, a simple but revolutionary sharp stone. If all humans had conformed to the familiar, we would still be using that tool today. But creativity appeared. Someone imagined a better way, and the hand axe was born. A symmetrical tool easier to hold, more effective, and versatile. This is the first lesson for creative leaders. Imagination precedes innovation. If you can imagine something better, you can create it. Fast forward to 40,000 years ago, the creative explosion. Homo sapiens didn't just use tools, they decorated their bodies, painted caves, created clothing, and built purpose-driven shelters. They applied imagination not just to survival, but to culture, art, and social systems. Leadership, in its most fundamental sense, is about applying creativity not only to solve problems, but also to enrich the world around us. Now, I want to talk about the gifts you already have. Every human is born with two critical creative thinking skills: divergent thinking and convergent thinking. Divergent thinking is the ability to generate many varied and original options. It's the skill that allows you to think outside the box. It allows you to explore multiple possibilities. Convergent thinking is the skill of selecting the most promising options from those ideas. It is the skill of refining them. It is the skill of putting them into action. These two processes mirror evolution itself, variation and selection. Just like species evolve through trial, error, and adaptation, creative leaders evolve through generating ideas and implementing the most effective ones. Here's a critical insight. Even though you have these skills innately, most people don't use them effectively. We often let the inner critic dominate. It won't work. It's risky. Someone else has tried it. The moment you allow this kind of thinking to take over, your creative potential shrinks. The good news is that creativity is a skill you can develop deliberately. Just like any other skill, public speaking, leadership, or strategic thinking, creativity grows with practice and intention. 2 practical strategies for deliberate creativity. Suspend judgment. Don't evaluate ideas immediately. Give yourself the freedom to explore without criticism. Many groundbreaking ideas in history would have been dismissed if evaluated too quickly. Go for quantity. Generate lots of ideas. Eminently creative people produce hundreds, even thousands of ideas, knowing only a few will become revolutionary. Think of Picasso's 20,000 works of art. Think of Shakespeare's 154 sonnets. Think of Edison's countless experiments. The more ideas you produce, the greater the chance of discovering something transformative. As a leader, your role is not just to have creative ideas yourself, it is to create an environment where creativity flourishes in your team. Suspend judgment. Encourage exploration. Celebrate diverse thinking. Finally, let's connect creativity to real-world leadership and change. In the past, humans could survive with the same tools for millions of years. Today, manufactured products and technology evolve in months, not millennia. The pace of change is faster than ever. If you wait for inspiration to strike randomly, you'll be left behind. Leaders must actively cultivate creativity to keep up with change. Leaders must solve complex problems. Leaders must guide their organizations into the future. Global studies show that 80% of people believe creativity is critical to economic growth, yet only 25% feel they live up to their creative potential. Schools, systems, and organizations often stifle creativity. They prioritize standardization and conformity over innovation. As leaders, we must resist this. We must foster independence of thought, flexibility, and curiosity. So, as we begin our journey together today, I want you to ask yourself, how often do I allow myself to think differently? How often do I challenge the status quo? Am I creating an environment where others can do the same? You may never wrestle a tiger in the literal sense, but life will present you with complex problems, challenges, and opportunities that require courage, imagination, and creative thinking. Evolution may not have made us the strongest, but it has gifted us with the most powerful tool of all, a creative mind. And if we deliberately use and develop it, there is nothing we cannot overcome.